Good stuff here on the Tuesday show. Welcome to the Tuesday show, everybody. Talking about some Home Alone. It's nice and cozy. It's 37 degrees out here. Actually, let me double check. Oh, and I have some stuff to brag about too. 38. It went up, so it's about 3 degrees Celsius. For putting that in good old British terms. Nice and chilly. I got my coffee, my boss lady mug. And we're ready to shoot the shit, have a good time, talk about some fun stuff. Starting with, I guess, how are you doing this fine Tuesday, Miss Holstone?
I'm doing pretty good, although I need to have a word with you.
Uh-oh.
Mr.
Word
Cow,
away.
where are the timestamps in the last video, sir?
Oh no, I forgot to do the timestamps in the last video.
The people have been asking. I saw the comments and I was like, I will bring this up
I forgot. I'll
to
go
the
back in and do
man.
that after this. My bad.
Stick it to
What
the
day was
man.
that? So that was, we recorded on Saturday.
Put it
Yeah,
up
I
on
don't have any
Sunday.
excuses for that. I just missed them. My bad, everybody. Oopsie poopsie is what I'll say. That's definitely my bad. I'll go in and do those real quick. Won't happen again unless it does, in which case this will be the exact same situation.
Yeah, pretty
But yeah, I'll
much.
get that sorted. It doesn't take it takes like 5 minutes. I can't believe I forgot. I was on a good roll
It's
with it there for a
fine.
bit.
It's fine. I noticed it and I thought, oh, I'll just bring that up later today. Other than that, I'm pretty good. I'm fine. What about you?
Doing good. I cleaned up my room. I've got some new stuff coming that'll make recording a little
Ooh,
bit easier. Because I
ooh.
put off getting a lot of stuff. I was tempted to get acoustic foam, but I like the acoustics in this room already a good bit. It's nice and
Mm.
it's really kind of small and cozy, and there's a bookshelf right there, and there's a bunch of stuff to my right and left. So it sounds pretty good, all things considered. So I decided to go with, I got a new mount for my camera so that I can have it
Nice.
behind my desk instead of this weird in front of it setup that we're doing, which is like centered on the door most days for some reason. And I picked up a nice new little stabilizer and handle for my camera. I'll be able to do some fun
Oh,
stuff with. So all in all,
nice.
pretty good. And winter's coming. It's supposed to snow today. Supposed to get our first
Winter is coming.
snow. Gonna get snowed in. Gonna have to go see the Packers game through a snowplow. All the great stuff. But it shouldn't be too
That's good.
bad. I'm honestly kind of pumped up for it. I know I love summer a good deal, but I hate the heat. I can only take it for about 3 months, and this year it lasted for 4 months, and that's 1 month too many. So I'm happy that it's getting back to the cold months, so where I can wear my jackets and hoodies and whatnot. Speaking of hoodies, this doesn't work. What games have you been playing, Miss
Oh,
Huddlestone?
what have I been playing? Chipping away at Deathloop and playing some Kena still. Gonna go for the platinum on that one. I think so.
Well, that's good.
Gotta do all the fun stuff on that. What about you?
I'm doing a little bit of Breath of the Wild, but most of
Nice.
my gaming time is going into Deathloop. I
Oh,
just started it. I'm loving it so far. It does hold your hand a bit more than I would like it to.
it does.
But it's polished. It's fun. There's a lot to it. Um, yeah, I really don't have anything to complain about so far with it. It's just overall, I've liked everything. I've liked the characters, the world, the
Mhm,
music for each fighting segment is awesome. Your animations are
mhm,
cool. All the systems are really cool and kind of unique with how they set up the day by day loop and all that, and infusing items. It's really cool. So far, so good. So far, I've not seen anything that would make me think it's not a 10 out of 10 quite yet, but we'll
wow.
see. I have no complaints whatsoever so far. Similar to Psychonauts 2.
Well, dang. Have you So I mentioned this when we were talking on Saturday. I don't know if you kept it in or not, but I was mentioned. No, I don't think I think it was before we started filming, but I said there was a reveal uh about the relationship between two characters that I really did not like. Have you got to that yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Should be getting up to maybe that'll be the straw that breaks the Mr. Cow's back and makes me go, oh, it's
Mm.
not perfect or whatever. But I don't know. I've been spoiled this year. I really loved Resident Evil 8. I thought that was great fun. I really liked Psychonauts 2. And right now I'm really loving Deathloop. We'll see about Kena Bridge of Spirits. From what I've seen of It Takes Two, it seems like fun, but it also doesn't seem quite like the game for me. We'll see. It's definitely an interesting idea. But I'll wait until I get a little more in deep with that one before I start complaining about things with it like a toddler would complain. But it's okay. It's been a good year for games. Coming
It
off of that
has.
awful last year with Cyberpunk, which I'm glad is all but out of my mind at this point. I hate it. I hate it so much when we don't have to talk about it
Let's
anymore.
not talk about it. Let's not talk about it.
Nothing to talk about. Some stuff came out about some games. Mostly Microsoft sided stuff, like some leaks from Starfield. Some people were talking about that Obsidian game, Avowed. Games I'm
Hmm.
very much excited for, so we'll wait and see on those. We got a year until Starfield, and then a good long while until Avowed comes out. I'm guessing Avowed, because that's like Obsidian's take on the Elder Scrolls series. And they already are better at making Fallout games than Bethesda, so I think they can definitely make a better Elder Scroll games too. But we'll have to see how that goes. But interesting stuff, Crossboard. You've seen anything interesting this week? TV, movie, anything like that? That caught your eye that you
Um,
started up?
what did catch my eye is on Saturday. It's the DC. They call it fandom.
Yeah, Fandom. What a stupid name. What a stupid
It's,
thing, too.
it's a stupid name. It's a stupid thing. But I'm looking forward to Suicide Squad trailer,
Yep,
Gotham Knights trailer,
yep,
and the upcoming Batman film trailer.
yep, same here. In the same boat.
So looking forward to that. I'm trying to think about what else I've even seen on the internet.
All I
I
know
don't
about
think I
DC,
have.
I was in on the DC fandom last year, and I did a little video on my own channel on Gotham Knights because I really love those Batman games.
Mm,
And they were really great about providing like stuff to everybody, which is one thing that was nice about it. Like they just uploaded all this 4K footage for you to
yeah.
use. And I was like, oh wow, that's really cool for them to just put that out in the open, and so obviously that an idiot like me could find it for a little 8 minute short video. But like as a concept, there's just so much filler to that stupid thing, where there's maybe 10 minutes of stuff you want to see, and it's 3 hours long. It's just it's goofy as hell. I wish they would do it in the E3 fashion, where it's just bop 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 bop. Person talks for 5 minutes. Bop 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 bop. Person talks for 5 minutes, and it's over. And that's kind of that. So it's
I
just
get
like a
that.
little 20-minute thing. I don't know. We'll see this year. Maybe they'll get it sorted out. I did hear YouTube Rewind. This is a little bit of old news. That's coming to an end. Maybe they'll go with
Good.
something else. The biggest problem with YouTube Rewind is they never really had anyone in YouTube Rewind that people wanted to see.
Yeah.
It was always I remember watching it when I was like 16, 17 or whatever, and just being horribly confused because I didn't know any of the people that were in it. I was like, am I
Yeah.
watching the wrong channels? It really does alienate like a massive amount of the users. And on top of that, it's just embarrassing year in and year out. But that's coming to an end. They're going to do something else with that. We'll see about that. You ever see any of those YouTube rewinds, Miss Huddlestone?
Seen them all. I don't remember a single thing apart from Will Smith going, "Oh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot."
I do remember
And me
Will
just
Smith.
going, "Oh,
I remember there was a
no."
Five Nights at Freddy's thing in one of them, and I don't know who was in it. I saw a creator I watched. I don't know who it was, and he was only on screen for like 2 seconds. It might have been. It may have been Ross O'Donovan, Rubber Ross. That may have been the only person I saw that I actually recognized, and he was only on screen for 2 seconds. But it was Five Nights at Freddy's, and you know me with that game series. I
Oh,
went
good,
down that
good
rabbit
news for
hole.
you then.
Yeah.
I've been doing those charity streams.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hit the goal.
Yay! Woo!
Yay.
So that goal, that now that you've hit it, that means you're gonna be playing the Five Nights at Freddy's series on stream.
Yeah, on the last Friday in October. I'll also be cosplaying as well because, well,
Ah,
cosplay, fancy dress. I don't know. It's more fancy dress, I think. I'm not putting 110% effort into it, but
that's fine. It's for charity.
yeah.
I should rephrase that. After you say I'm not putting 100% effort into it, and my justification is it's for charity. There
It's
might be
for
something.
charity.
There might be something wrong. Give her a break is my point. Like, what do you want? What do you want,
Not spending
audience?
thousands of pounds on an extremely tailor-made skilled cosplay. But also when I think someone says fancy dress, I picture like little kids in like dresses basically made of plastic. So my point is it's somewhere between the two of those. I would love to do proper cosplay, but
It'd be neat. I
it
actually have I have
that's so
something I got to
expensive.
talk about with proper cosplay
Ooh.
because I'm a fan of cosplay. I think it's really cool. Especially like since I was a wee boy, like seeing people walking around conventions and like the stormtrooper outfits or dressed
Mm,
as Brendan Fraser from The Mummy. Like seeing that as a kid, seeing that now, same exact feeling. I'm just like, holy shit, that's awesome. People in Master Chief armor. But
yeah.
I saw just the other day someone dressed as an anime character. It was a really
Mm,
interesting cosplay. It was very elaborate, and it wasn't at a convention. It wasn't at a game
yeah.
store. It was at Walmart. It was at a grocery store at
Yeah.
9:30 at night. And I was just thinking, because I was like, you see that at a convention, I'm like, that's cool. But I saw it in public, and I giggled because that prospect to me was so funny that someone could like the scenario that went through my head was like that person woke up and was like, all right, time to get ready for the day, and then dressed as a character from a cartoon, went about their
Mm,
day and was like, all right, it's time to get groceries, and then went out into the real world dressed as a cartoon character. Keep in mind, she was probably like around my age too. So it's like it's fitted within the demographic, but it was just odd to me. I was just thinking like if I were to go out dressed up as any if it's anime, there seems to be a free pass. People will see it and just like roll their eyes and go about it, at least here in the States. But if I were to go out and I would like shave my head and grow a goatee and I went out and I walked around and dressed like Walter White, if I did that, people would look at me like I'm a fucking crazy person. I would look insane if I did that. Completely insane. But for some reason, when people dress as anime characters in public, I was like laughing at it. One of my friends was like, oh, what, you got a problem with her expressing herself? And I was like, no, it's just the prospect of that, of going out in the
it's the
public
prospect
like
of
that.
someone getting ready like that and then
And then going just about mundane
doing
daily tasks.
normal stuff.
Yeah, like you put on the Master Chief armor and you go to the laundromat. Like that
One
to
thing I
me
will
is
say,
really funny.
I think was she wearing like a lot of makeup?
Some. What really caught my eye was the wig and the chains
Okay,
that were on her outfit.
okay. One
Because
thing I will say is when you do get dressed up and you spend a lot of time like on your makeup or putting your outfit together or putting a wig on, shit like that, you do not want to take it off because it took
that's
time
fair.
and it took effort. So then even if it's like you're doing something that totally doesn't fit what you're wearing or whatever, you're like, I spent money on this. I've put time into this. I will wear it until the last second I can of this day because it took effort. It takes time,
And see, that
you
makes
know?
it even funnier to me. That it could have been
Oh my
used for
God.
something, and then she was like, you know what? I put work into this. Fuck it, I'll go to Arby's and I'll get a sandwich dressed like this. And it's just,
Oh,
there's something funny about it to me. And I got scolded. I got for thinking it was funny as a prospect because there's no conventions going on. I don't know if she was doing a photo shoot, but I see it all the time. I see people walking around dressed up like characters from anime, at least in the town I'm in. And I'm just like, well, okay, but like, why? I get you like
oh,
the character, but like I said, if I
ooh,
went out and I dressed as Larry David or Jerry Seinfeld, and I went out on the town and I was like acting like them, I'd look like a maniac. Like the police could be called on me. But they get addressed as anime characters, and it's just like, oh, that's kind of goofy. It's just odd. It's odd to me. It's an odd prospect. And I think it's really funny. That's all I'm trying to say. It's multiple times now. And I like the
Everyone
idea.
cancel Jacob.
I like the idea is all I'm saying. Is that I like the idea that someone could dress up like that, do mundane tasks. And on top of that, it's funny to think about how, like, in that community, it's like, okay, you can go out and do that for anime or whatever. You can dress up as an anime character, and people just kind of giggle at it. But if I were to pick a character from like a live action TV show or a real person and were to like cosplay as them in public, I would look insane. No one can deny that I would not look insane if I walked around and acted like a real life TV person. Like, people would be scared. You know what I mean? There's something more welcoming about dressing up like an anime character than there is a real life person.
There's a difference between like acting like them and then just dressing up as them. And also, if you're dressing up as like a real life person as well, I think you're then towing the line of, are you pretending to be like them? But
Well, I should specify. I didn't specify this. I should specify. She was acting like an anime character walking around. I should have specified that. That's what made it
that's
especially
an important
because I
thing.
love cosplay. I love all that stuff. I love putting together those costumes, just seeing how elaborate it can all fucking get. Like, it's a guilty pleasure of mine, I will call it, because I'll look at things, people cosplaying things I've never even fucking heard of, and just like look at the costumes. I'm like, that's so cool. It's like prop making. If you ever see like Adam Savage's YouTube channel.
Yes, love it.
Yeah, it's so much fun to
Yeah.
me. But to go into public dressed as and acting as a character, if if you're dressed as an anime character, the town I'm in, apparently that's fine, and you can't laugh or poke fun at it. While at Walmart at like 9:30, when you see a girl dressed up as an anime character shopping for chips and dog food. But if I were to go out and acted like Walter White, dressed like Walter White,
Dressing up is absolutely fine. Well, I mean, it's all fine as long as you're not hurting anyone. But there is a distinct difference, I think, between just dressing up that way. Maybe you're comfortable like that. Maybe you're doing something. Maybe you're really into it and you're proud of accumulating this outfit or whatever. There's a difference between that and then going around and acting like
oh,
it.
I think they should be allowed to do all of it. I have no problems with them doing it.
Oh yeah.
I just think bottom
But I
line,
think there's your
it's
difference.
really funny. It's really funny to see that, because then it gets in. You see like someone dressed up like One Punch Man, or not One Punch Man, because that works way too well. You see someone dressed up like Aang from Avatar, and they're like standing in line at McDonald's, like getting ready to get a meal. Like, you see that, and they're acting like Aang, and they do the voice and everything. Like, they're trying to impersonate Aang. Like, can I get a Big Mac? I don't know what Aang sounds like. I haven't seen all of Avatar. Like, that's really fucking funny to
I know what
me.
you mean.
And if I laugh at it, I had a friend go like, "Wait, you shouldn't be laughing at that. She's just trying to express herself." I was like, "Okay, understand. I'm just trying to put it into perspective for the world that to me will never not be funny, because I immediately think of myself shaving my head and walking around grocery stores dressed as Walter White and acting like Walter White." Specifically Walter White, because that would be seen. I'd be looked at as a crazy person in that scenario. But there's something more welcoming about anime characters and just that community. It's a nice community I'm trying to break into by watching more stuff, more anime and whatnot.
Yes. Death Note. I've been trying to watch Death Note for
I still haven't watched Death Note. I still haven't made it through all of Avatar. I'm trying. I'm trying as hard as I can, America and Britain. But god damn it, I keep getting sidetracked by other TV shows.
I think the biggest thing is the acting like them. Like, granted, I don't think I've ever seen someone out and about dressed as a specific character.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, I've seen people like dress in a way that's very clearly like outside the norm, and they're like expressing themselves and stuff. And whenever I do see people like that, I'm like, that's cool. That's dope. Like, that's awesome. I don't think I've No, I haven't. I've never seen someone dress as a specific character. I think I would also be like, that's really cool. Like, that's awesome. Then if they were acting like that character, I think that's when it teeters over into a bit of like, what are you doing? Because it's less that person expressing themselves and more like that person pretending to be another person.
Right, and that's what makes it so funny.
And that's you're like,
When larger than
yeah,
life characters like that get plugged into the real world and have to do mundane things, it's hilarious.
yeah,
It's genuinely hilarious to me. Like that's like classic. It's like a classic bait and switch. You see like this awesome like someone dresses up like Goku, and is walking around like Goku, and he's like doing his laundry at a laundromat, or he's getting his car washed, and he's like sitting down reading a magazine. Like that picture in my head, it's like it's Goku. Like if I saw that, I would laugh immediately because that's really
yeah,
really funny. That's all I've got left to say on the matter. I think it's hilarious, and I've seen it multiple times. And I will say I might be a little bit hypocritical because I have seen people dress like that and acting like that, but at like game stores and comic book stores. And
mm,
I didn't even really bat an eye at it. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But it's when it's those mundane tasks that it really gets me.
yeah.
I don't know. We don't
It's
need to dwell on it any
acting.
longer.
I think summing it up, it's acting like a very extreme fictional character and then putting that into the most mundane setting you can.
It's so funny. It'll always be funny.
That yeah, it's like that contrast is
With
what you find
all
funny instead
if
of
it was
the
Legolas, if it was Gandalf, if it's Gandalf fucking at Arby's or whatever, like that's really funny.
funny.
It's
It is
great
funny.
every time. But we can go ahead and put that subject aside. I just can't. I got scolded a little bit, and I wanted to bring it up. I wanted to justify myself to see if I was like a
You
crazy,
did.
horrible person.
No, you I think the key thing when you explain that to your friend again is it's the acting like the character. Rather than dressing like them, it's the acting like them that's out there.
It's a bit out there. How
But
dressing like them in public is a bit out there too. But honestly, I've seen weirder. I went to school with furries that would dress up like furries.
America's a weird place, man.
Yeah, it's a mess. That one too. If you see someone walking around in a furry, but see that's the thing too. If you see someone walking around in a furry costume, like at Walmart shopping for groceries, but they're acting like a normal person and not like a wolf, would you still think that's like funny? That's definitely funny to me. But if they're acting like a wolf and in a wolf costume, that crosses over from like it's slightly funny but also disturbing at the same time. Ain't it funny how that works?
We should
there's
change
no
the subject.
there's no chart for
We're
any of this stuff. It's different in every account. It's different for every location, every person doing it, every costume. You can never tell. You can never really tell what's going on. This is my way of plugging my new series where I'm going to walk around Walmart and Arby's dressed up as various anime characters and
okay, cool.
a very very good impression of them. But I also have like
Mm.
this terrible still growing beard as I
Can
do
you
it.
can your first cosplay please be a Misaka from Attack on Titan?
Okay, I'll find out what that is and do it.
No, please Google Misaka.
My computer's way over there.
Oh,
I can't reach it.
okay.
It is like hold on, I can do a swivel. Whoa.
Whoa. Oh, it is quite far over there.
It's
Oh,
like
look at me. Hi.
hey, infinity shot. Not quite.
Ah.
I think it was like this. That's close enough.
Oh, okay. Well, you've agreed to it now. You can search who Mikasa is afterwards, but you've agreed to it now.
We can make that work. I think that'd be a really funny series. It's like that guy that dressed. Oh no, that was Eric Andre. Never mind. Where he just dressed up like Ronald McDonald and ordered food and just ate it at a McDonald's and just like screamed and cried while inside of him he's like slamming his hands on the table as he's eating a Big Mac. It's pretty funny. Highly
You
recommend
were.
Eric Andre. Oh
I will take
man.
you for
Well, this is officially titled the cosplay episode. I think.
Yeah,
I think we've earned that title
yeah.
at this point. Um, what else has been going on though? I have a bit of a cold at the moment,
Oh,
not COVID, and I got
oh, that's good.
NyQuil last night because I can't really sleep. Do you guys have NyQuil over there?
I don't think so. We'll have our own version of it though, I'm sure.
It should be illegal, I think, because it's awesome when you have a cold. And I imagine it's just as awesome when you don't have a cold because I think not very good rappers drink it. To like, and it's called, I forget what you have to do to it, but they make lean, whatever that's called. I think it has NyQuil in it. But when I have a really bad cold, I tend to get it because I cannot sleep with a really bad cold. And I do the little 30 milliliters, whatever, and it knocks me out. Like, I'll sleep for 12, 13 hours. And I wake up, I feel refreshed. I feel awesome. It's great. Great medicine, gets me over my colds quickly. I adore it. I guess this is just a NyQuil commercial. Big fan of NyQuil. Highly recommend. Surprised it's legal for how effective it is.
I don't think you can get it in the UK,
There you go.
but you can get stuff that's like super similar.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is. It's
Let me know.
legitimately just it's got acetaminophen in it, so ibuprofen or whatever, and just knockout juice, as I call it. And then you take a little bit of it. You eat a little piece of bread, and you lie down, and your sinuses clear up a little bit. Your throat's not as sore, and you're like, oh, and then you're out, and then it's over, and that's that. Highly recommend if you ever have a cold. Gets you over it nice and quick. Also, running. I stand by. You should try to sweat out a cold. It always works well for me. I don't know why. I started doing it in high school because I got colds a lot. There was a time I got a cold so bad. I don't know if it was actually a cold. It was some horrible illness where I couldn't talk for like a couple of days. Tried to sweat it out. Totally helped, must say.
I don't remember how we got here.
I just changed the subject. There's NyQuil on my desk, and I can see it. It's right.
Oh,
It's
okay.
right in a straight line from last
And we
night.
went, okay,
I just put it there.
okay,
It's right there. It's got the little lid right on top. There's also on my desk a tape measure because I'm getting new blinds for my window
nice.
there. And then today, I'm shooting my next Halloween video for my
Ooh.
channel on a very exciting, hilarious horror movie called
Do
Wish
we get to
Upon.
know it?
Yeah, it's called
We do
Wish
get to know
Upon.
it.
It's a
Hey!
it's a classic. If you haven't seen it, no worries. I think I'm trying something new with this video. I'm really
Cool.
excited about it. It's gonna be good fun. Stay tuned for that, everyone. But Halloween's such a great time of year. Got to watch some horror movies. Got to do some special videos for it. Just gotta have fun
Yeah.
in the name of Satan.
Yeah.
What's so hard to understand about that?
Are we still streaming on Halloween?
I think so. I think we might be able to pull it off. What day is Halloween
Hey,
this year?
Sunday.
Okay, yeah, we could probably work something out for that.
We can. We can. I think we should. I've heard
It'll be
I
fine.
brought it up on stream and a lot of people were very excited about it.
What time do you usually stream at our time? Is that like 7 a.m.? Do you do it in like the afternoon over there?
I normally start at 1 my time. Am I 6 hours ahead of you? 6 or 7 hours ahead of you?
Oh, okay. So that's but so yeah, we can definitely do that. We can start with your regular stream schedule. I
But
woke
I
up
mean
at
I
7
can
today. Or no, I didn't wake up at 7
wow.
today. I woke up at 7 the other day. Today I slept till 11 because I had NyQuil. And that's how good
Nice.
NyQuil works because I usually wake up at
I
8.
slept till 11. Just I just did.
Yeah.
Woo! Sleep.
Ooh, sleep is good, dude. I love sleep. It's my
Oh,
second
sleep's
favorite
amazing.
thing right next to
Eating.
eating. Hey!
Yeah.
I do enjoy eating a good deal. I have a chicken bacon ranch pizza in my freezer.
Mm.
Cook that up for lunch. I'm thinking I want to start the day off a little bit cozy. I have my little Keurig for my coffee and whatnot, And when it gets cold like this, I like to barely crack open the windows and just kind of let it pour over me while I drink a
Yes.
warm drink and eat a warm slice of pizza. And then tonight we're
I,
doing tonight's Dungeons and Dragons night. I do that every Tuesday, and we're doing apple cider and cookies is
oh,
the snack theme this time around. I think hot chocolate as well. It's gonna be
yes.
so goddamn cozy. I might come right as I sit down. I'm so excited. You're just
That
wrapped
sounds
in a
good.
warm blanket, the wind rustling
I
outside.
we've been roasting marshmallows last week, so we just get a candle.
Ooh,
Yeah.
and you roast that
Stinky.
fucking marshmallow.
Love it. Curling up with a blanket, hot chocolate, Animal Crossing, a
Tur-
book.
Turn on Home Improvement with Tim Allen.
I used to love Home Improvement.
That show, honestly, not a big Tim Allen fan these days. He's gone a little bit, you know, but Home Improvement is definitely just like much more than cosplay. Cosplay is like a light guilty pleasure because I don't really understand what
Yeah,
people are cosplaying as. I just like when people make those
it's cool.
costumes. Home Improvement is absolutely like as far as a guilty pleasure can go without it just being like an odd thing I like. Because that show, I did not grow up with it. I started watching it when I was like 16, 17. Too old for it. Out of date. I love it. It's just, there's something about it. Something about it pulls me in. I don't know. I wish they would do another Santa Claus movie with Tim Allen. But I doubt that's going to happen. Maybe a guy that just looks a lot like Tim Allen, because I just want another movie like that.
Yeah, I get that.
I think we talked about this. We talked about this a good bit ago, right? We talked about the Santa Claus movies.
Yeah, it was like one of the first Tuesday shows, I think.
Wow, look at that. And we're already getting back on over to Christmas.
Right, well, the crazy thing is last uh fandom fandom DC thing.
DC thing,
Uh
yeah.
I yeah, the DC thing. I wrote a big long thing on a Gotham Knights and sent it to Luke, and that was the thing that he read before he hired me.
Hey,
That was
that's
like my
right.
that was like my
That's right.
test.
I remember that. Oh my
He
god.
remembers. Yeah,
Oh, he
it's
sent it to me
crazy.
too because I was just talked
Full
about this
circle.
earlier. I had just gotten the footage. I did my own video on it, so I had done all the research and I read your thing, and it was like twice as good as what I put out. And I was like, oh my god, it was so
I
good.
was like, oh, thank you. I was like, because Luke said like before we started working together and everything, he was like, oh, is it all right if you just like write something? We'll wait for like a game news event to happen, and you can write something in like saying a test feels weird, but like a test. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. And then as soon as I said it's fine, I was like, but what game's it gonna be? Because like I don't really play Xbox. Oh my god, what if it's something I have no idea about? I'm terrified. Then he was like, "Oh, Gotham Knights is a Gotham Knights thing, DC fandom thing. Would you be able to write about that?" And I was like, "I love Batman a lot. If you can't tell, I was like, this is meant to be.
Just
It is
stars
amazing.
aligned.
Stars
Everything
Align.
went
It's right.
great, and we're almost at
Court of
1 year.
Owls. Amazing. Yeah.
Almost at that sweet, sweet 1 year anniversary. 1 year anniversary of the Tuesday show coming out. We'll have to do something special for Christmas this year because we got Halloween figured
Yeah.
out. Y'all don't have Thanksgiving over there, but you have Bonfire Day, which I remembered.
Yep. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Absolutely. It's night, not day. God damn it. I was close.
Yeah, you're fine.
But yeah, we'll have to do some. We'll have to set up some fun stuff. I'm really excited for this Halloween stream.
Yeah, me too.
I like spooky, scary skeletons, and of course, ghouls of all sorts. So,
I don't, but I'll be there.
ghouls rule.
We all need to
I'm
dress up.
a ghoul.
I
My
think
father
since you've been
said.
talking about it so much, you should dress up as Walter White.
Oh yeah, maybe I should get a bald cap. That'd be good. Oh,
Yeah,
I think I will be getting a haircut before, so getting a bald cap won't be too hard to fit over because my
there
hair
you
right now is a
go.
little bit fucking
It's kind of an
terrible.
easy one as well. You just need the hat, the glasses, put a
Jesse.
shirt on.
I also and I have a
Then,
friend at work whose name is Jesse, who
well, there
I
you
told the
go.
same thing about the cosplayer to, because that happened just a few days ago. I've been trying to get this out to as many people as possible. It just confused me so much. You know, when you do something, the worst feeling in the world is when you laugh at something. You're with someone, you laugh, you go, "Oh my god, that's so funny," and they turn to you, and go, "That's not funny. What's funny about that? Explain to me what's funny about that." Like when you go like that, you know, that kind of person.
No, but that's because I don't leave the house. But carry on.
Oh, there you go. I've run into that a good
Yeah.
bit because I laugh at a lot of stuff and I make fun of a lot of stuff because
Hmm.
that's just what I do. And anytime that happens, I do my best to damage control. I do because I'm not laugh if like an old lady falls down. Yeah, I'd probably laugh if an old lady fell down, but I would go help her. Also, I'd go help her, and if I wouldn't laugh that hard. If it's a video of an old lady falling down, I'm destroying my credibility right off the bat. I now
Yeah.
realize because I was like, oh, I can make myself seem like a good person. But then I just realized if I saw a video of an old lady falling down, and I've seen a video of old men falling down, it usually gets me to laugh. Like almost guaranteed every time. I completely forgot what I was talking about. I'm now just thinking about a video.
We were just talking about the Halloween stream.
All I can think about now is the video of the old man on the little hoverboard thing, and he like falls off of it and he like hits his head really hard and he goes, "Why did it move like that?" And then it just ends. It's really funny. I think that I don't remember where I first saw that. I don't know if we'll be able to put that up on the screen. Anyways, old people falling down is funny. But remember, you have to help them up because you're going to be old one day and you might need help up. That's the lesson. That's all that matters.
Hmm.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
You're
That's
gonna
fine
dress
by
up
me.
as Walter White.
I got to dress up as Walter White.
Yeah.
I guess Luke can be Jesse then.
Yeah, just get a big like hazmat suit on.
Oh, that works. Well, then you have to be
Well,
Giancarlo Esposito. You have to be.
Oh God, we're not going there.
I can't think of his name. What's wrong with me? Why can I only think of Giancarlo Esposito? Gus. My God, I couldn't think of the name Gus.
Well, I was just gonna wear the same thing that I'll wear on my final stream on Twitch. Save me getting two costumes. Mm,
Well, there you go.
there you go.
Well, I think that's a good and healthy spot to end this episode of the Tuesday show.
It was a mess.
Oh, it was fine. It was fine.
Fine.
We talked about cosplay. We talked about Tim Allen. It's fine.
Jacob's potentially got himself cancelled.
If anyone's upset about this, I'll be surprised. You know what? Surprised isn't even the right word. Shocked, because I think we can all agree that concept of a larger than life character doing a really mundane task is funny, especially when you see it firsthand in a Walmart. That's hilarious to me. That's all I'll say. I'll lay it bare there. All fine by me. But we'll see y'all next time. Great episode of the Tuesday show. Hopefully I have more Deathloop to talk about next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye everybody.
Oh my God.
Woo!
Bye.